How's it going, everybody? I'm Anarka, and welcome back to another EP review. This up, we got Negative Approach, another hardcore classic anthem released back in '82 on Touch and Go Records, 45 RPM. This has been reissued in 2010 on the same Touch and Go Records, and the difference between the original and the new one is the artwork. The new artwork, little well, it's a little scary looking. Okay, I want to look at the original again. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. I don't want the new artwork. I prefer the old version. It just looks better. The new one looks dementedly happy. Yeah, the new one looks dementedly happy, and the old one looks more angry and punk rock and raw. I like the old one a lot better. It's probably what's keeping me from actually buying this new one on the new. It doesn't cost that much money. The new one on Discogs goes for like $7. New one unplayed. So I might get it at some point just to support the band, but I kind of wish they would have just kept the artwork the way it was instead of upping it and revamping it. Although there have been some other reissues and other not touch and go, but other unofficial reissues, one from Germany and one from another country and so forth. However, there's two official. There's the original pressing on Touch and Go in '82, and then there's the 2010 7-inch reissue. It's kind of nice because this is definitely a record to put on your shelf and listen to all the time. We got 10 tracks. We got less than 10 fucking minutes of just hardcore fury. I mean, what more could you really ask for? Just 10 minutes of just brutal hardcore punk rock fury. The album starts off with the song Can't Tell No One, and it ends with Negative Approach, the self-titled song from the album. Can't Tell No One. This is a East Coast hardcore here. People try to tell me what they think is right for me. Think there's some value to what they got to say, but I won't listen to them. I don't need their advice. I would never have it any other fucking way. Can't tell no one what to do. The rules are for idiots. People that can't think. I'm treated like I don't have a mind of my own. Stupid fucking idiots with stupid fucking ideals. When will they ever leave me the fuck alone? Yeah, it's just a basic fuck rules, fuck authority album, and a blazingly fast minute and 20 seconds. What more can you really get from that? I mean, Negative Approach, like many other hardcore bands at the time, hardcore punk at its finest. It's stripped down, no bullshit, rock and roll. Just start playing as fast as you can and spit it out. You might be spouting some very simple lyrics, but it's how you're feeling at the time. Just explode on the set. That is hardcore punk at its core, and Negative Approach definitely pulls that off. Sick of talk. This one he kind of growls in. Don't ask me stupid questions I don't have the answers to. Don't tell me about your problems, because I'll just ignore you. Sick of talk, don't let me know. Sick of talk, don't let me know. He just fucking growls and is like, you bore the shit out of me. All the things you say you do. I love this song because it's how I feel on a daily fucking basis. I don't like to talk to people. I'm rather introverted. I cannot stand socialization, and I hate dealing with people, so yeah, I really relate to this song. It's like, fuck off, go away, don't want to have to listen to you, fuck. He just starts growling his shit out of it. I love it. Negative Approach is damn good. Sick of Talk has 29 seconds, and it is just a nuclear blast. Next song up on the list, we have Pressure, which is another 29 second nuclear blast. I can't take this pressure. Too many things are too extreme. There's too much shit, too much schemes. It never makes sense. It's just all hype. Forget about it. Live your own life. Pressure. Too much shit going on. Song explains its fucking self. 29 seconds of pure punk rock fury. Next song up, we got Why Be Something You're Not. This comes from being a poser punk. Or, just being someone who doesn't belong there. Why don't you give me a fucking break? One look at you tells me you're fake. You've copied every fucking thing you do. You goddamn worried. You're so goddamn worried who's looking at you. It's just a passing phase. Just another fashion craze. You fool no one but yourself. You're in need of fucking help. Why be something you're not? Why be something you're not? I love that line. It's just a passing phase or just another fashion craze. You fool no one but yourself. You're in need of fucking help. I've seen a lot of punk rockers over the years give a lot of poser shit. Like, say they're bitches, say they're pussies, say they're faggots, and just trash on them for being posers, because poser punks, posers in almost any scene ruin the scene because they're not in it for the cause, they're just in it because of the fashion or because they think it's cool. But I love that line. You fool no one but yourself, you're in need of fucking help. That's great. That's a pretty good insult towards a poser punk who's just in the scene for the wrong reasons. So definitely a really good response to that. Next song is called Nothing. You try to make things work and gain something. It's all no use. It's all worth nothing. Complete satisfaction too impossible to believe. Nothing's ever gonna fucking work for me. Tomorrow seems so hopeless. Can't keep it off my mind. Another day of nothing. I'm running out of time. I've got nothing I can look forward to. I'm always left with nothing. I'm always told things I don't want to hear. My destiny's become quite clear. Life's never fucking given nothing to me. It's just stood by me and watched me bleed. Yeah, it's pretty dark, and I definitely relate to that a hell of a lot. I'm sure a lot of people do. This shit was back in '82. It's just, I can't even talk. It's fucking outstanding that something like this was written back in '82, and it's a timeless anthem. And the title is called Nothing. You try to make things work and gain something. It's all use. Nothing's work. It's a very nihilistic song, and it's not in an emo, pay attention to me sort of way. It's just, a lot of us feel that way. No matter what we do in life, nothing works out. Tomorrow seems hopeless. I mean, Nothing, and it comes in at 1 minute and 47 seconds, which this is the longest song on the EP at 1 minute and 47 seconds, which it's got more to say, obviously. It's got 3 full verses, and it's dragged out a little bit more than the rest of the songs, but not to the extent that it becomes too arduous. It does it right. It does it right. It feels good. It's one you can thrash around to and, just let it all out to when you're just feeling nihilistic and you just don't give a fuck anymore. It's one of those types of songs, and I highly recommend after you listen to this review to definitely give it a check out. But more than likely, if you're watching this review, you already know what this band's like. The next song is called Fair Warning. This song right here, I feel like this would be a lot better to hear live, especially back in the day, because the hardcore scene back in the 80s got real violent. It did. I gave you a fair warning. That's good enough for you. Just one last chance. So what have you got to prove? I told you once before. I'll tell you once again. I'll tell you another time. It will be the end. This is a fair warning. I'm giving it to you. This is a fair warning. What can you do? Don't make me want to do what I want to do, because I got no patience left. This song is just alright, 3 strikes you're up, motherfucker. What's next? That's pretty much what it is. It is a fair warning coming in at 32 seconds. So we get a furious hard piece with 3.5 verses on the line there, just giving you a middle finger saying, hey, you've been pushing this shit for long enough, motherfucker. This is your last warning. And it's a fair one too. I'm being really considerate right now with the way you're treating us, the way you make the punks feel, the way you're fucking up our shows, what you're doing to me in my personal life. You're causing me a lot of bullshit, and I'm about to blow up on you, and this is the fair warning. It's a really good song, and it's relatable to many circumstances in life. Negative Approach is Brandon Moore, and Mikola and Zaleski are the writers of this album. Brandon's written every song and he's co-written Why Be Something That You're Not, Fair Warning, Ready to Fight, lead song, and Whatever I Do, which we'll get to those in a moment. He's written those with other members of the band, but Brandon is the main writer of this album. Yeah, Fair Warning. And right after Fair Warning, at number 7, we got Ready to Fight. So, yeah, you already got the warning, and it looks like you didn't even fucking listen to it. So, now, Ready to Fight, which it comes in at 58 seconds. So, it's twice as long as Fair Warning, but now you've been given the warning, and now we're ready to fight. We won't take any shit, and we're not about to leave just because you don't like who we are and what we want to be. Who you are, who are you to say what's wrong, that's right, what's right. If it's what it takes, we're ready to fight. Ready to fight, ready to fight, ready to fight, fight. Just carries that out. It repeats it a bit. You know, it's the successor to Fair Warning. You got the warning at first, now we're ready to fight. Man, this album here, and especially with the original artwork, not the new artwork. The new artwork looks dementedly happy. The new artwork kind of ruins the EP, which is why I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I mean, I don't really like the new artwork to this. I like the original. Because with the original, you got that just rabid face looking monster punk rock guy. You know, see him right there. He just got that face, that angry fucking. That's, by the way, that is a hand drawn face. If y'all wanted to know that, that is a hand drawn face. That's not computer generated. That is hand drawn, which makes it even more DIY, even more punk rock. That's why on Discogs, the original of this, 3 for sale for $3,396. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fucking money for a 7-inch. But I understand though, because it's hand drawn, it's DIY, it's furious punk. But when you look at that artwork, without knowing the songs, you know you're in for some hardcore shit. Negative Approach, with the black and white bold banner underneath of that monstrous looking angry face. When you look at that, you know you are in for something that is going to rip your fucking spine out and destroy you from within. Something angry, something fed up with how things are going. You know shit's about to get real. Ready to fight, fight! Fuck yeah! Even just reading the lyrics without listening to the music just fucking makes me want to explode in the set. And crack my microphone, probably. Lead song. This one's a bit longer than the rest of them, which, as I said, lead song is 1 minute 21 seconds. It is the second to longest song on the album, next to Nothing. So that's because we got a little bit more to talk about in this. We have 3 longer verses. Always darkest before dawn, but we will win and take it all. What we want is what we say, and nothing will stand in our way. We won't give up to make things right. If you're in our way, you'll have to fight. We won't take any more abuse. We will take revenge for what you do. We want our lives, we want our brains, you want control, but we won't pay. We want to fight to have a chance to change the future, erase the past. You ask me why do I hate? How much more can I fucking take? Very soon they'll take over, then you better run for cover. You laugh at us from behind our backs, just fucking wait till we attack. Your type is someone who we despise. Watch the slaughter from where you hide. Part 3, lead song, part 3. And yeah, I definitely relate to that last verse there. You ask me why do I hate? How much more can I fucking take? You know, I remember, growing up here in this little small town I live in, growing up as a punk rock kid and teenager. Everybody's like, you're so hateful, you wear them hateful messages on you. Why can't you just be fucking normal, you little bitch, little faggot? Why can't you just be normal? My family always asked me why I was so full of hate, which, I just had a fucking mentality. I didn't care. I was so sick of the way things were. It's just, I'm not like that. I'm not a redneck. I'm not a hick. I'm not going to listen to country. I'm not going to go to church. I'm not going to read the Bible. I'm not going to be the Kansas boy that they want me to be. Because I've never liked it. It's never felt right. It's just boring. Here where I live, you put your thumb to the pavement, there's no pulse. And that's always depressed me so much in life. And the way these fuckers act around here, being around it constantly, is just, ugh! Rednecks, you wear a shirt that's not red, white, and blue with a fucking American Eagle on it, and I don't mean the company, Bald Eagle, whatever. You wear a shirt, if you dress in the plaid clothing, the cowboy clothing, whatever the fuck these hicks around me wear, the little wife beater ass tank top, the Chevy hat, and ugh! You either have that image or you're a queer. You get bottles tossed at you, you get called a faggot, you get your tires slashed, you get the shit knocked out of you. It's like, oh my god, fuck this, And they've always wondered why people, which there are some punks around here, but when I grew up, I was the only person I knew that listened to this music, and so I stuck out. I wore Negative Approach, Necros, Bad Religion, Dead Kennedys. I wore all the bands that I loved that helped get me through life, and you wear that shit at school or out in the streets, yeah, people are bound to toss some shit at you and to fuck you up. So, it tends to build a little bit of internal hate towards the situation that you were brought up in. When I know they say don't fight fire with fire, but it's kind of hard to when you're that young and you're just so sick of literally everything that all that hate, you try to be loving, you try to be yourself, you try to just do your own thing and fuck what everyone else is doing, but it's so hard to sometimes do that when it just becomes so much that what you are now doing has become hatred and quote hateful because you're now attacking them back, which is not what you wanted in the first place. You just wanted to do your own thing, but like it says there, always darkest before dawn, but we will win and take it all. What we want is what we say. Nothing will stand in our way. We won't give up to make things right. If you're in our way, you'll have to fight. We won't take any more abuse. We'll take revenge for what you do. This says it in the first verse, and that just continues on through the rest of the song. Yeah. I love Negative Approach. I can't say it enough. I love Negative Approach. Yeah, it's kind of bringing back some memories from a long time ago. Whatever I do, coming in at 53 hardcore seconds. Yeah, boy. Can't accept me for what I am. They'll do whatever they fucking can to make life hell for me, destroy what I believe. They don't give a shit what they do. They try to stop me, whatever I do. They try to stop me, whatever I do. It means nothing to them. Well, they'll do whatever they fucking can to make life hell to what I believe. Pretty much the same shit that the previous songs I've been talking about, just worded differently, which, yeah, that is... Lyrically, and reading it like this, it does sound kind of boring because it's the same idea that's been said a few times before, just worded differently, but the thing is with this EP, because this is a classic EP here, when you have the volume turned all the way up, or when you're seeing the band live, it's a truly different feeling. It is a letting it go, it's an explosive feeling. It's just getting, like, each song, when I say it's the same idea, it goes like, it's like a can of salsa. Get your really mild, your medium, your hot, your burn. And that's kind of what this album is doing, because I know you're going to say you're analyzing the lyrics, that they all are kind of saying the same, we're sick of the shit, we're not taking it anymore, but it's not really doing it in a repetitive, generic way. It's doing it it's getting worse and worse. It's building up, and each song does address a different topic. Whatever I do, can't accept me for what I am. You know, each song is addressing the relatively same subject, but each song addresses it in a different manner, and so that's what makes each song on this record unique in a way. And they're all extremely short, too. They're short, they're stripped down, they're fast, they're hardcore. It does it in a way that just fucking flows through. I mean, hell, the album's like less than 10 minutes long. How long is this album? I'm gonna look that up real quickly. I think this album is 10 minutes long. Probably 9 minutes long, I'm going to assume. Yeah, 9 minutes and 3 seconds long. I didn't think it was too long. None of these old school hardcore albums are really that long. The last song on this is Negative Approach, self-titled by the band, coming in at a whopping 51 seconds. Negative Approach. You'll never change you'll never change, just stay the same. Play the old fucking game. Won't let go of yesterday, cause you're not ready to accept negative approach, negative approach, negative approach. Risks you take are calculated. Thoughts you think are all outdated. You've done nothing but make me laugh, cause you're not ready to accept a negative approach, negative approach. See, this song here it's taken the name of the song, and now it finally explains to you at the last song the artwork and the band's name. Negative Approach. This is a negative approach. Now you might be like, well, why they be negative for? It's because of all the shit they've had to deal with. You'll never change, just stay the same. Play the game. You'll never change, just stay the same. Play the same old fucking game. Won't let go of yesterday because you're not ready to accept a negative approach, a different approach. The punks don't consider it negative because it's a piece of change. They want things to change up. But society sees that as negative because it's not the same thing they're used to. Well, humans are scared of change. Humans are really scared of change. Risks you take are calculated. Thoughts you think are all outdated. Human beings are scared of change. And so anytime they see something coming that is a bit of change, they get scared and they have negative ideas about it. They're scared of it. They don't want nothing to do with it. And so that is kind of what defines this band and what defines what they're after, the message of this album and the message of the band's name, Negative Approach. It's something that society is too scared to listen to. It's something that their peers don't want to hear. It is a negative approach. And my friends, that is Negative Approach. Negative Approach, released back in 1982 on Touch and Go Records. I've been wanting to review this one for a while. Sorry about my dyslexia. I'm reading the lyrics off of my lyric sheet here because I wrote it all down earlier, trying to study a little bit more just so I can. I've been listening to this album for over 10 years now, but I wanted to really just follow the lyrics of the songs and, refresh myself on it a bit. Because when people listen to punk rock, they listen to it for two different reasons usually: the thrash and bash, and then for the lyrics. I mean, that's kind of with music in general. Sometimes you want to listen to a song and just dance to the music and make it feel good, and other times you want to sit there and pay attention to the lyrics. I mean, there's some people who can do both at the same time, but when I do it, it's either just because I need to hear some hardcore fury, or I just want to relate to the lyrics a bit, and I relate to the lyrics of all these fucking songs. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this review right now. But anyway, guys, I'm Anarka Akaza. Thank you so much for watching this review of Negative Approach, 82, Touch and Go Records. Have a beautiful day, and do svidanya.